Hello everybody and welcome to the June TBR. Now, my hair is a total mess because I went to sleep with it somewhat wet last night and it has gone in all directions, but you know, I have multiple videos to film, so I also cannot delay for this cat that is demanding my attention because she's not happy with what I'm currently feeding her. We are looking at the June TBR. For June there is just one major complication, and it's the fact that 3 out of the 4 months of this month I will be away. I will be away from home, I'll be on holiday, I will be traveling from one country to the other, so I will not have much time. So that's like the first thing to keep in mind, is that the amount of books that I'm going to be reading this month is potentially going to be very low. But who knows? Like, I've also contemplated, like I might listen to some audiobooks with my friends on the way there because we'll have a lot of car time. And so if we listen to some audiobooks, then it's also possible that it can actually be way bigger, but then it's just going to be some stuff that I haven't foreseen right now. So first up, I wanted to talk about the ones that I am carrying over. First up, let me just mention briefly the reread of Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. So as I've been saying in the previous videos, I do not support J.K. Rowling's views, but yeah, I mean, I'm just rereading this one as an easy reread because I know the stories by heart, so I don't really need to pay attention to them while on the commute. And I just was dreading figuring out what I was gonna listen to next on the commute. So I think for the time being now, I won't have to think about that at all. Then I have Tutors of Honor by Elif Shafaktigo, which is a book about a Turkish family, I think, living in London, and we find out that the brother of one of our protagonists is in prison because he has killed their mother. And so that's part of what this is about. It is to do with honor, the honor of women, the honor of men, what men in this culture do in order to protect family honor that they feel that has been impeached. And I say in this culture, but it definitely exists in multiple cultures and you know, like multiple societies. So, but yeah, it's a dark topic. I read about a third of it and then took a step back from it for a little bit, and now I'm just trying to get back into it. And then a book that I am currently 400 pages in, which is good progress, you would say, when it's over 800 pages long, is The Wall of Storms by Ken Liu, second book in the Dandelion Dynasty series. Heavy political, Asian-inspired, China-inspired fantasy series in which we are looking at the rise and fall of dynasties, clearly. So the first book is kind of about the rise of the Dandelion Dynasty, I guess, and here we're seeing some internal struggles within the Dandelion Dynasty. So those are the ones that I'm carrying over, and so the goal is to finish these by the time you see this video, basically. You'll see this video on the 7th, late in the day, and on the 8th I leave on my trip, so none of these books can go with me, so all of them need to be finished before that time. So we are going to be taking 3 books with me on the trip, and so those are the ones that I'm going to be talking about here. I do also plan to take my e-reader with me, so in case I finish more, like if in case I finish all 3 of these, or in case I'm just not feeling one of these 3 while out there, I do still have other options available to me. But the first one is The Incandescent by Emily Tesh, which just today I've seen a video of somebody who was reading like 3 new releases from past months, and she was sampling this one and really enjoyed it, and she kind of described this as like Harry Potter, but if we are looking at the story from the side of like the teachers who are trying to keep these kids out of trouble as much as possible. So it's a magic school setting. We're looking definitely from the side of the staff. Maybe we're also looking from some perspectives from the point of view of students. As far as I understood, there is less of a plot, or at least it begins with less of a plot. Emily Tesh is the author of Some Desperate Glory, which I really enjoyed a few years back, but this person led me to believe that the Sun-Desperate Glory, which is pretty dark, is very different tonally from what the Incandescent is. But yeah, I'm always happy with a school, magic school setting, and so I'm very much looking forward to that. She said it was also very interesting to read if you have experience in the scholarly in the school setting, and I do, so maybe it's really traumatizing because I definitely was a teacher for 2 years and then said that no more, never again. And then the next book that I'm taking with me is a dystopian, I assume, which is A Vanishing World by Sayaka Murata, which is about a world in which there's no more need for sexual intercourse in order to have babies, and the implications, what comes out of that change to our society. So Sayaka Murata always has amazing works. I love all of her works, and they're always very interesting, always looking at societies and the way that they run, and the sort of like concept of the insider and outsider to society, and the pressure to conform, and always looking at outsider perspectives compared to the norm. So looking forward to another one of her works. And then the final thing that I'm taking with me, for which I will actually read a blurb now, I guess, because I have forgotten it, is The Expanding Earth, or Expanded Earth by Mikey Please. This is a book that I picked up simply because of it. It's got this amazing cover. Fate. Yeah. So yeah, this is a pure cover buy, of which I once read the synopsis, then forgot, and I think I'll reread it, though I'm always trying to avoid synopsises as much as possible, or I'll read them at the beginning and then I'll just forget about them because my brain is non-functioning, but when I pick them up I try not to, I'm almost happy not to remember, because sometimes synopsises can be quite spoilery, but let's go for it. So, Humankind has been reduced to the height of handspan. Right. A transformation that is both potentially lethal and exasperatingly inconvenient. On a remote coastal path, Giles awakes in his new body to discover a world reshaped and magnified into a place of astounding abundance and deadly peril. Desperate to reconnect with his loved ones, he seeks the help of fellow survivors, and together they embark on a quest across the altered landscape. But as their journey unfolds, the more the question persists, are they still truly human, or has their reduction in size marked the beginning of a descent into savagery and evolution in something other? Elsewhere, 1 week earlier, Professor Elizabeth Goodwin makes a monumental discovery. God is alive and physically amongst us, but not in the form we've been taught to expect. As Goodwin prepares to make first contact with the omnipresent, ocean-spanning creature, forces conspire in the wings, and the spectre of imminent catastrophe inches closer and closer still. So is this professor responsible for the shrinking of humanity? In any case, sounds like a fun adventure, and I'm willing to go along to the ride. So this also has illustrations, which I really enjoy. But so yeah, I am hoping that I'll get to these books, but as indicated, I'll be on holiday. It would be the pace of like 1 book a week, but you know, like 2 of the 3 are like 400-page books, and I will only be picking them up in the evenings, and then like in the evenings will mainly be going out for dinner most of the time, and so I don't think I'll have time to like read a ton of pages the way that I might occasionally do over here. So my synopsis, or my expectation, is that I'm not gonna finish those 3 books, you know, so I'm taking them with me and I'm hoping that I will, but probably I won't. So it's looking more likely that I'll get to Vanishing World, which is the smallest one, and probably then the Incandescence, but you know, one can only hope. One can hope that we have more time than expected. We'll definitely also plan in some leisure time here and there, though most of the time we'll just be like hiking and moving around, and I cannot read while in a car, for example. I get car sick, and I'm also not gonna like listen to an audiobook with my headset on while my friend is then just like stuck driving. So we'll definitely like while in the car it'll just be social time. So unless we're gonna listen to some audiobooks together, then you know, like as I said in the beginning, reading is gonna be of a lower priority next month, and it is of a lower priority. The main priority is enjoying my time while I'm out there on holiday, but reading is part of my enjoyment, so I will definitely do some reading, so something will get read. But so yeah, with that, those are my plans for June. Definitely let me know if you've read these books, what you thought of them. If you're looking forward to them, let me know which one you want my thoughts on most. And yeah, we'll see what happens during the month of June. I don't know whether I'll be vlogging my thoughts for these, for example, so because that'll be awkward to vlog in front of my friends. So most likely I'll just do a traditional wrap up for the month of June and just film it when I'm back home. But so yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. See you guys for the next one. Bye! Oh, and the next one will be an exciting one.